morning. Welcome to Carla's Calorie Crush week 25. 1 week off of 6 months. Who knew? I mean, not who knew that 25 weeks was 1 week short. So, I mean, who knew that I'd still be here? It's been another very ordinary week. Absolutely nothing to report. I am struggling now as the weeks go by and as lockdown goes on and so on and so forth to find something new to say to you guys when I do this bit. I have no news. My eating habits continue the way they have been for the last 25 weeks. I am still trying not to snack too much. I think I've succeeded in that this week. I think I've succeeded in doing more at meals, less in between meals. I think that's gone well this week. But nothing else has changed. I'm not going out for meals. I'm still having Subway salads. I had a takeaway roast dinner again. That was lovely. Again, roast dinner's not the end of the world, you know. I don't eat the takeaways that we used to have. Like I used to have a lot of KFC, and I used to have a lot of Domino's. I don't. If I have pizza now, there's a really nice pizza you can get from Sainsbury's that's under 500 calories, and if I have pizza now, I have that. But very rarely, because I'm not a massive pizza fiend at the best of times. I've had McDonald's breakfast this week, but then I often have a McDonald's breakfast here or there. I think the difference is that I used to have McDonald's breakfast and then KFC lunch and then Domino's for tea. or as I was saying last week, no meals at all and just buns and sweets and crisps and rubbish instead. I have found myself a little bit more mobile this week. This morning, for example, I went more times around the park than I usually do, and because it's frosty out there today, I was able to go over the uneven ground that's often slippery, and I noticed that I was taking that uneven ground much better than I had done in the past. The knees are better. I don't feel so hefty. Hefty is the best way to describe it. I really want to have a bath. I have not had a bath in my own house for at least 2 years. Obviously, I shower. I don't just sit around in my own grime. But our bath is quite narrow, and I got quite wide and got to the point where there wasn't room comfortably in the bath for me and enough water. Nothing worse than sitting in the bath like a large island rising out of the water with just kind of a ripple around you, and most of you cold, most of you sticking up into the cold air, most of you. I used to love a bath, but I like to luxuriate in a bath that comes to here with just my hand holding a book like this, just above the And I got to the point where I couldn't do that. I could only have a rubbish bath, and rather than have a rubbish bath, I'd have a quick shower. You know, what's the point of wasting the water and the time to have an unsatisfactory bath? So I started thinking recently that maybe I'll be able to have a bath again soon. That would be lovely. It's not just the size, because although I do feel now that I am narrower and I might fit in the bath better, but it is also there's an element of fear about whether I'll be able to get out because of my knees, whether I'll be able to push myself up and out of the bath. So I did say to Natalie that I would wait and test having a bath till one day when she was at home, so that if needed I could scream for help. If Anthony was here, he'd help me, but I'm sure he'd rather not. I'm sure he'd rather not help his naked, crying mother out of the bath. Whereas Natalie, girls together, innit? She'd be all right with it. So yeah, I want to have a bath at some point. That's something I'm hoping to do soon. My mum took in my trousers slightly last week. That was in the waffle. A lot of people said, you've got a sewing machine now, you could have done it yourself. Yes, but it wasn't planned. Basically, I stood there and said to Mum, look how baggy these trousers I've got. And she went, get them off and I'll put a tuck in them. I was like, oh, okay. So she put in a couple of tucks in the back of one of my pairs of trousers. I've got several other pairs that need doing, so I'll probably get them done on the sewing machine. And I am wearing a size down in trousers. And I probably could have gone down another size, but I've worn elasticated waistbands for so long that the idea of feeling restricted around there was not for me. So I felt like if I went down another size, then I would know I'd done it. So slowly does it, one step at a time. So I don't have anything. Like I said, I don't have anything, any news. Nothing's happening. I did see an exercise bike for sale and considered buying it, but realised I had nowhere for it to go where it wouldn't be in the way. I have also considered having to go on Natalie's bike to see if I can ride a bike still. I mean, I know, it's like riding a bike, isn't it, apparently? But I don't want to go out and buy a bike if I discover then that I can't comfortably ride one because of my knees. So again, that's another thing that's in the air, maybe. Anyway, have a look at the food diary if that floats your boat. Have a look at the screenshots. I get asked every week in the comments which app I use. I'm sure I've said it 1,000 times. It's NutriCheck. NutraCheck. I'll put it on the screen. NutriCheck. It's tonight. £48 for the year, but they quite often have half price offers on. I don't know if there is one at the moment, but quite often it's half price for the year. So it works. I paid 24 quid for the entire year, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than Slimming. That works at like 50p a week or something like that. And I think it's fabulous. I think it's really, really good. I'm not sponsored or promoting them for personal gain. I just really think this is a good app. Have a look at the screenshots and whatever, and I'll go and jump on the scales. Monday morning breakfast. Porridge and choc shot. There wasn't enough milk, so it's very, very stiff porridge. Monday lunch. Subway turkey breast and ham salad. Tonight's dinner is a change to the advertised schedule. I was going to have a Asda ready meal curry, so I've been really, really low on calories all day to make sure I had enough for it. And then I also bought this steak and ale with mash meal and split the packaging on the way home, so I've got to have this tonight. So curry for another day, and this is an Asda steak and ale ready meal with tender stem broccoli. This is Lodo brownie mix. Lex sent me it a while ago. I'll just pause the telly. Lodo brownie mix, which Lex sent me a while back, and I've only just made it. The entire thing is just under 600 calories. So this piece, which is a quarter, is 146 calories, and I've got a little pot of low-calorie ice cream with it as well. Tuesday breakfast is a breakfast wrap. It has 1 egg, 2 slices of turkey bacon, 1 piece of pretend cheese, and tomato ketchup. Lunch, chicken teriyaki Subway salad. Gammon, chips and beans for tea. Breakfast on Wednesday is waffles, bananas and skinny caramel syrup. My lunch is an Asda ready meal. If I had just gone according to the packet, it would have been 589 calories, but I weighed it to see if it weighed what it ought to, and it's actually coming at 474 calories. So how much calories have I been wasting when I haven't weighed my ready meals to find out how much they've actually given me? Robin Gibbs. It is 5 o'clock. There's a while till dinner and I'm feeling very peckish. So I've got a piece of the Lodo chocolate brownie that I made on Monday. Evening meal on Wednesday is a low-calorie honey mustard chicken and rice. I've made this from a recipe that I found online, so I haven't tasted it yet. Hopefully it's nice. Breakfast on Thursday is Sunshine Burst overnight oats. Little in-car snack, I've got chicken satay. It's 87 calories for the pack. There's about 5 in there, I think. Lunch is flatbreads with ham and eat lean cheese, which I've never tried before, salad and a boiled egg and light mayonnaise. I'm halfway through it and I forgot to record it. We've got M&S beef in wine, mashed potato, carrots, mixed green veg and Tesco Herbie potatoes. Breakfast on Friday, 2 pieces of Kingsmill 50/50 crustless, 3 scrambled eggs and a blob of tomato ketchup. Lunch today is another 2 flatbreads. This time I've got barbecue chicken in them and some more of the eat lean cheese. My verdict on that is it's okay. If you're a big cheese lover, you probably think it was rubbish, but it was okay if you just want something a bit cheesy. And then I've got side salad, red pepper and light mayonnaise. I've got pudding, which is a frozen Aero mousse with a sugar-free jelly. Evening meal on Friday, I've got 2 of the Iceland peri peri chicken skewers, some savoury rice and some steamed tender stem broccoli, and I've got 30 grams of the Crucials yogurt and mint sauce. I've been looking forward to this all day. For my pudding, I've got a protein world mug cake, first time ever, and a little tub of 70 calorie ice cream. Breakfast, McDonald's egg and cheese muffin with an extra egg because I've got Anthony's, and a hash brown. Lunch is a Costco jacket potato with tuna. There's a lot of tuna mayo there again. Always is. For my tea, I have got a tiny ham and cheese toastie, 2 slices of Kingsmill Christmas, 2 slices of ham, 20 grams of wheat lean cheese, 20 grams of Marks and Spencer's apple and cider apple, whatever they are, sea salt and apple cider vinegar crisps, a skinny whip bar, and a small banana. Breakfast on Sunday, porridge, banana, choc shot. Sunday dinner, roast pork, Yorkshire pudding, potatoes and veg. Yum. So my lunch was delicious, but a little bit high in calories for lunch, which means tea has had to be a nice low calorie meal, and I've got a large salad with king prawns and seafood sauce and a bit of mayonnaise. Nice and low in calories, nice and tasty. And pudding is melon and grapes.
Okay, I think this is
It's Monday, it's scales time. 22, 3.5. I'm pleased with that. 22, 3.5 means a loss of £2 this week. I needed £1.5 to get my next half a stone award. So I've done it. That means that I can put another little 7 on my keyring. That means I've got 9 of those on there now. I only bought 10. I shall have to order some more. So I can put another one of those on my keyring, and also I can put 2 more. I can't pick them up. 2 more of these little, whatever these are, we never did decide what they were, onto my weight loss board. So I'm going to move my little half up a bit. This is the bit where I'm always quite sure I'm going to drop it. I knocked it the other day. It hangs on a hook above the window, and I knocked it off the other day and everything went down the back of the radiator. That was a fun half hour. All the bits fell off. There we go. Total weight loss so far of 4 stone, 7.5 pounds. 4.5 freaking stone. I've lost 4.5 stone, which is nearly 5 stone. I've nearly lost 5 stone. That's a small child, isn't it? That's the weight of a small child I've lost. If somebody said to me, here's a small child, what 4 or 5 year old maybe? I don't know. I haven't had a small child for many, many years. I can't remember what they weigh at what age. But maybe even a 6 or 7 year old. If somebody said to me, here's a 7-year-old, could you please carry it around all day? I'd be like, have you lost your marbles? Have you lost your mind? I can't pick it up, let alone carry it around all day. Astonishing. 4.5 stone. A lot of you have suggested that I find some way of maybe getting 4.5 stone of potatoes or something, seeing what they look like to lift. I think it's a sound idea, but it's a little bit difficult under the present circumstances. I don't want to buy 4.5 stone of potatoes, because what the heck am I going to do with them? Or 4.5 stone of butter, or 4.5 stone of any food stuff, really. But I also don't want to go into a supermarket and muck about with 4.5 stone of somebody else's potatoes that they've got to buy, because again, COVID, blah blah blah. So tricky at the moment. But I did think maybe I could get a couple of bags for life and get Anthony to put some equivalent bricks in there or something like that. Maybe that might work. Well, we'll see. I'll think of something. I think all that's left is to say, well done to all of you who are still doing it, or just started doing it, or even are thinking about doing it. Please do it. Please do it. It's changing my life. I don't want to sound like one of those soppy motivational memes that you get, but it is changing my life in a ridiculously short space of time, really. 6 months down the line, I feel better about myself. I feel better about myself. I was not ashamed of being fat. I would fight for anybody's right to be any size or shape they wanted. I was never ashamed of being fat, and I wasn't particularly embarrassed by being fat. You hear people saying, I felt that people were looking at me. I've never given a shit. Look at me if you want, I don't care. But I had become unhappy about how I felt physically, not how I felt mentally, how I felt physically. And that to have that lifting is making a difference. To feel like if we were allowed to go shopping, I could now without falling over every 2 seconds. Not that I fell over, but without collapsing into a heap. Where did we go? Natalie and I went to Costco on Sunday, and not only was I able to stand in the queue outside to get in for over half an hour, which before would have been agonising. I'm not saying I enjoyed it. My legs were aching by the time we finished. But as well as that, I was able to walk all the way around Costco without sitting on the nearest available thing. So on a normal trip to Costco, I would just check out this sofa and see what that's like. Oh, look, there's a garden chair. I wonder what that's like to sit on. And oh, look, there's an office chair. And I don't need an office chair. I'm not shopping for an office chair. I'm seizing the opportunity to sit down. Oh, look, there's a big pile of cans of Coke. I can sit on those crates. Anything I could sit on, just for a couple of seconds. I was able to go all the way around Costco without doing that at all. And that's a tiny victory, but it's such a big one for me. I can walk up the stairs now. I still hold on to the banister because I've still got a dodgy knee. I still don't trust this knee not to fold up and make me plummet to the bottom of the stairs. But I don't have to. I was heaving myself up the stairs using the banister. Little things like that are making a huge difference. Thank you for watching. It's not too late for you to join in and do it for yourself too. Don't do it for me, do it for you. Do it for Molly. Thank you for watching, and I will be back next week with week 26, which is the 6th month mark for Carla's Calorie Crush. Try saying that when you're drunk. Take care. Bye for now.